The following brief summarizes conflict of interest allegation number 13 of 16 associated with the aquaculture development area in Argyll, Nova Scotia. Emails obtained through Freedom of Information requests reveal a troubling bias within council and staff who appear to view members of the public as an opposition to be managed rather than constituents to be heard. At the same time, the correspondence reflects a strong inclination of bias to support an industry seeking to expand aquaculture operations into residential areas of Argyll, Nova Scotia. Municipal Council and staff aren't supposed to pick sides. They are supposed to serve the public interest as a whole. Municipal officials have a responsibility to act fairly and impartially, especially when decisions affect residents' homes and quality of life. If internal emails show they're treating residents as adversaries while aligning with an industry applicant, that undermines trust. If a municipal official is prejudiced against a constituent and that bias affects how they make decisions, that's a serious ethical issue. Public officials have a duty to act impartially and serve the whole community fairly. Once personal bias starts influencing official actions, you're into conflict of interest, abuse of discretion, and potential ethics violations. Let's take a look at the evidence. The following is an example of how industry prompted MODA to prejudice its own constituents. In this example, emails show the Aquaculture Association of Nova Scotia establishing fear within the municipality over a confrontational meeting. The use of fear is an effective way to influence behavior within the municipality. These emails suggest the municipality hire a facilitator or bouncer to take care of anyone from the public that may show up. It's a stunning email from the union president showing full bias against the public as an adversary to overcome. Yet this is the prompt that has been adopted by our own municipality. The next email shows the same union president was threatened by the tourism industry of Nova Scotia, who were concerned with the over-commercialization of Acadian shores. The union was threatened by such a large industry and encouraging the municipality to push back. These emails show the former warden and CAO were fully indoctrinated by this industry bias, a bias that fully transitioned into prejudice against their own constituents. It further shows their ability to be compromised by external bias and self-serving interests. The next email has the union president trying to prompt the municipality to contact the RCMP to manage anti-sentiment on aquaculture expansion with local constituents. It's another example of invoking false fear to influence municipal staff and councillors. Other emails show the municipality held back insights from other farmers. While other applicants were prejudiced, Dion's was given full privileged access to all information on the ADA steering committee in full bias. It's non-transparent and it's unfair. Over time, it's clear that the municipality had been indoctrinated and influenced by the industry lobbying from the Aquaculture Association of Nova Scotia and Dion's Oyster Company in particular to view the public as an adversary. This was seeded with a regular paranoia that was fully adopted by staff and council. Industry members regularly discouraged meaningful public consultation with the municipality, who became indoctrinated and adopted this posture. Many emails establish a negative sentiment around engaging the public and predetermine residents as adversaries. This industry-driven bias and posture continues to this day. To demonstrate extreme prejudice, here are examples of slurs against local residents in emails between the CAO and warden following a council session in March 2025. This conversation is completely inappropriate during a council session. It's extremely unprofessional and appears to be used to mock or belittle one of their constituents. To further demonstrate this culture of prejudice against constituents on the municipal council, this example shows the deputy warden disparaging one of his own constituents with provincial authorities. In this example, the deputy warden clearly was working against the concerns of his residents. Prejudice against constituents is considered a conflict of interest because it creates a situation where an official's personal bias, or in this case, a secondary interest, is favoring one group over another. It impairs their ability to act impartially in the best interest of all those they represent. The next email from the warden to her councillors shows she is biased and prejudiced against constituents challenging any ADA decisions. She villainizes concerned residents, and the CAO chimes in with support. There are many emails demonstrating prejudice against Argyll residents who are affected by the ADA locations, referring to some as bullies, a minority, or resorting to harassment. It shows those involved in the ADA debacle are unable to defend against the evidence submitted on allegations of conflicts of interest. The way a conflict of interest is handled really matters. The goal isn't to just win, it's to restore integrity and public trust. Council should formally recognize when a perceived conflict exists. Even if no one believes they've done anything wrong, perception alone can undermine legitimacy. Transparency is step one. Any relationships, communications, or prior commitments involving the industry should be publicly disclosed. That includes meetings, lobbying efforts, or informal discussions that could reasonably influence decision-making. If a councillor or staff member has demonstrated bias or has a direct or indirect interest, they should step aside from deliberations and voting on the matter. This protects both the process and the individual. An external neutral party, such as an independent investigator, can assess whether procedural fairness has been compromised. If bias is established or strongly perceived, the decision-making process may need to restart, with fresh hearings and an equal opportunity for public input. Thank you.